What's up, football fans? I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and don't forget to check out and grab your copy of our two latest book releases, Football: A Love Story and What Did Football Teach Me? Visit our website at footballgameplan.com/books and get your copies today.
First, let's take a look at some of the coaching points for both teams in this ball game. For Detroit, don't overthink the running game. Turn around, hand the football off to the rookie running back, Amir Abdullah, and let greatness happen. Don't overthink or get overly creative in how you try to get him the football. Turn around and hand it to him and let him do work. And you have to communicate in the secondary versus San Diego. They're going to run a lot of picks, a lot of rub routes, a lot of crossers. You have to communicate in the secondary, pass guys off effectively if you want to have success, and you want to find a way to work Eric Ebron in the passing game early. Take advantage of that second-level defense of San Diego. Force those backers to cover. Force that strong safety to get out there and cover. Eric Ebron is an athletic guy. I think that's one element of the passing game that can be grown this year, so to speak, for Detroit. And for the Chargers in this ballgame, I think utilizing creative personnel groupings could lead them to success versus Detroit. I look at their offense, I look at the personnel that they have. I think they have the ability, even without Antonio Gates, to go 3 wide receivers and 2 tailbacks in the backfield out that shotgun set. I think that's one way they can cause a lot of problems for that second level of Detroit. Even if they don't want to utilize Ladarius Green as often as they would like, finding creative ways to utilize your personnel could lead you to victory. Making plays in space defensively is another big thing versus a team like Detroit. They have a guy by the name of Golden Tate, Calvin Johnson, Amir Abdullah, Theo Riddick, Joy Bell. Those guys can make one miss and cause problems, so you have to be sure to make those plays in space if you want to get off the field, and they can't allow themselves to get manhandled in the running game up front. That's going to be the biggest thing you want to keep an eye on, not just in this game, but for the duration of the season. Can the Chargers stop the run? Can those guys up front and those inside backers be forceful versus the running game? And it starts this week versus Detroit. The biggest X factor in this ball game for the Lions will be the play of that second level defense, those linebackers. They have their hands full in the passing game and also in the running game. They can't get over aggressive in their run defense, and they can't get over aggressive in their drops, and they have to communicate. So how well they play ultimately determines how well this Lions defense does versus San Diego. For the Chargers, I look at Stevie Johnson being the biggest X factor, especially after the catch. He's just as dangerous as Keenan Allen, so how they utilize him in this offense and how well Detroit is trying to cover him could open things up on the outside for maybe Allen or Floyd or even Ladarius Green. So I think Stevie Johnson and just him being on the field, being that third receiver, I think that's going to be a huge advantage for San Diego. I like the Chargers in this ballgame. I believe this game will be an entertaining one I wouldn't mind seeing again later on in the season if you catch my drift. These two teams, I think, will put up some points. I think defensively, where I give the edge to San Diego is their ability to get pressure on the quarterback. I think Melvin Ingram will be improved. They also have some good, unique talent in their sub packages, so I see their front seven being a problem later on in the game for Detroit. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Charger fan forums and Lion fan forums for always showing football game plan support.